And this part of the year, this new year, is a time for us to actually reflect. Sometimes some of us feel we can't be thinking of mistakes. Now, you need to think of the things you didn't do right last year so that you can start doing it right. You need to think of the things you haven't been doing right for years and years on, which is your New Year resolution you keep repeating every year. And you're not changing them. So until you actually address those mistakes, you cannot make a realistic goal for the new year. In this video, I will tell you of the money mistakes I made with my children, as well as the things I got right, and the lessons you should learn from both, regardless of your level of income. Hello everyone, my name is Mabel. Hence, this channel is called Ask Auntie Mabel, because on this channel, I will provide answers to questions that has been sent to me regarding various life issues or challenges. This video is the first of a 4-part series, and those of you who are new to my channel, it will be helpful and makes more sense. You can put it in context if you watch the video before this one, because in that video I responded to a question that was sent in by a gentleman in his 40s who asked what were the biggest mistakes, the biggest money mistakes I made in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. The reason this gentleman asked this question is because he said he lives in the UK and he's in his 40s and he earns over £40,000 per annum. Yet the money goal is always the top on his list, on his goals every January. And he finds that by December, he's still in the same space where he started. He's been doing it years on, over for the several years now. It's been the same thing. And he wanted to get it right this time. So he feel if I'm able to share some mistakes and also how I avoided that mistake or how other people can avoid that mistake, to be very helpful to him. So without further ado, I'm going to go straight to the mistakes I made. As many of you, I mentioned it briefly in the previous video. The first money mistake I made around the children was that I didn't start saving early for them. And the second one is that even when I started, I wasn't consistent. Then the third one was that I didn't really explore enough. I didn't really explore investment opportunity for children enough. And the saving aspect of things, I think some people will always say we always have this mentality that we don't have enough money to save for children, and I think that that is not necessarily correct. The place I think you should start from, especially those of us from the African community, and I think even other, okay, that's what I'm aware of, that's what I know, and I know friends that are even from other communities is similar. Most cases, when you have babies, both in Nigeria or in Africa or in this part of the world, or in the Obodo Ibo, as we will call it, that's in either UK, Europe, or Canada, or US, or whichever part of the world you are based in, when you have a baby, there's always this tendency that friends and family members will give these children money, even if they don't do it. So there's some people will do it when the baby is born, some people will do it later on when that the child's first birthday. So start by actually saving some of those money for the children. Just ask yourself, if this person didn't give me this money, how would I have catered for my child? So, and some other things many of us don't think about as well is the things people gift us for children. For example, now I know the common thing these days is this baby carrier, or it could be somebody could even volunteer to buy you a pushchair, or even buy some clothes, or buy you some Pampers. So be very intentional. Some of those things people are buying for you because they are gifts. They are not something that are part of your budget when you're having this child. So if you can actually put value to those things, you can actually start putting that money away, even if not all of them. Part of the money you can put away. So be very intentional. You can live without that money, with this money that people have given to you. So open an account for this child straight away. So that's starting early. So I will give you an example. when I had my second child, and this is close to about 30 years ago now. So I think it was either his christening or during his first birthday. There was a gentleman who was much older than us. Okay, we were only in the UK for under 5 years at the time when this child was born. Okay, probably about 3 or 4 years we were in the UK. So you can imagine, okay, yeah, must have been under 3 years because we've been in the UK just over 30 years now. So yeah, when my son was born, which is my daughter is the eldest child, and my son was born. So this gentleman gave us a check to say, he gave us a check of £25. You can imagine it was a big money then. And he said we should use it to open a bond account for our son. Obviously, being a young couple and we had 2 young children, a lot of things were going on. I think we paid the obviously check you have to pay into the account. But that thought never left me, that money was specifically mentioned for me to open a bond account, a premium bond account. I never even knew what a premium bond account was. But because and I'm generally financially savvy, so I went to, he actually told me where to get it, that you go to the post office, you can open this for the child. So although I didn't do it straight away, eventually I did it even after I had my third child, which was, at the third child was 6 years younger than the second child. So you can imagine how long I waited. So, but because I wanted to fulfill that money, although by this time I've actually opened a savings account for these children. Of my children, I opened savings account for them. But that brought me to the part of not being consistent. I wasn't consistently saving money. So what I want to tell you guys in the area of being consistent, just make up your mind. Even if it's just, if you are in the US, UK, or whatever, if you are dollar, euro, or pound, save £5 a month for the child. It's not too much. It will not break the bank. It will not make you starve. It will not stop you from paying your bills. And if you're in Nigeria, just save 1,000 naira a month for the child and make it consistent. Set up a direct debit and make that money go there every month. Before you know it, that money will add up. It does add up. So, and like I said, although I opened a savings account for my children, and it had Halifax account, then had this piggy bank that comes with it. So that piggy bank encouraged them, whatever they giving money, they have gift of money, or sometimes they give them pocket money. I encourage them to put some in that piggy bank. And when it adds up, we walk down to the bank together, which was really interesting for them. They enjoyed it even as children. So we go to the bank with their passbook and make some of those deposits into those accounts. And it was a habit that they developed. That savings account I opened for my daughter was the first thing. As soon as she started earning some money, she started putting £5 into that savings account. So, but what I'm trying to say then, okay, eventually, I opened this premium bond account. So as soon as I came across some money, I decided, okay, the 4 of us, £100 each, I opened a premium bond account for each of us. But still, I wasn't consistent. That premium bond account, the reason that gentleman gave me £25, that's the minimum you can use to open a premium bond account. But from that time, you can start putting as much as possible. I think then you were only able to save up to 30,000. But I think they've increased it to the maximum of 50,000. So I'm not going to do it too much on premium bond account because it might not be relatable for everybody. Those who want to know more about premium bond, just go and research it. So in a nutshell, what am I trying to say? In the summary, start to start saving for the children early, and nothing is too small. Secondly, try and be consistent, no matter how small the money is that you are saving for them. What I knew then was to save in the bank for them, passbook and stuff like that. And the money I was able to save, some of the things I got slightly right was the money I was saving for them when they actually got to going to uni. Those were the first thing I used in buying the pots and pan, the things they needed, before they paid here in this part of the world, they give them student loan. Before the student loan came through, I was able to buy some of those things. So it wasn't a burden on me. So because you never know, your financial situation might even change in the future, either because you decide to go and do another course, or because things you health or some business dealings go wrong, So there are a lot of reasons why you might not be able to continue to have the same level of income as you always have. So this is why the reason you have to save all those money when you can. So please, even those of you in Nigeria, you have more than enough money. I know there are other good savings account now. There are even savings account. There are good investment account now where you can even Vanguard. You can open a junior account, you can open junior ISA. There's so much opportunity there. So it's just for you to go out there and do the homework. Put it online, put it on YouTube channel, wherever you want to do. You can find whatever part of the world you are in. It's just you having the knowledge and the determination to do it. And whatever investment platform you are saving money for the children, be consistent. So, because that money, even if it's just as small as possible, always be consistent when you save that money for the children. And I hope that helps. And I hope some of you will gain one or two things from here. The watchword is, if you don't take anything else from this video today, the watchword is, give whatever extra money you are getting for the children, put it aside for them. Just tell yourself, if this person didn't give me this money, I know some of us will say, oh, God has provided. If you are honestly really starving, that you are using that to feed the child, I can understand. But majority of you that can watch this video, that have enough data to watch this video, I will assure you that you are not starving to the point that if an uncle give your child in Nigeria 5,000 naira, that's the 5,000 naira you have to depend on for that week. So even if you are going to spend 2,000 out of that money, still put some aside. Even if it's 1,000 you're taking aside, for every money that touches your hand that is for the child, make sure you put something aside for that child. If you have that, if you are intentional, you will be able to do these things. So I will then move on to next week. So the next video, I'll be covering the mistakes I made for myself, so that you don't have to make them. So on that note, I will say thank you very much for listening to me, and please leave me comment in the comment section the things you find helpful on this particular video, and also leave your own examples, the ways you have also saved for your children, or some of the mistakes you have made. Those of us who are the matured ones, mistake we have made, please leave it there. We all need to learn together. On that note, I will say thank you everyone, goodbye, and see you soon.